If you stick around to the end of this video, there's a really important question for you, and you could shape how these future videos progress and how future streams progress, so stick around and listen to it. Right, hello everyone, it has been a little while. Welcome to a new series on the channel, which I've kind of mentioned briefly before in other videos, but now we're going to do the first proper edition of it. So what is this, you might be wondering? Well, this is basically me talking about prototypes I've made either on live streams or in my own time, and talking about how they went and what's happening to them, because I thought that would be fun. You might be wondering, why am I doing this rather than just doing like a normal devlog series, which you see a lot of other YouTubers do? And there's two main reasons. One, I don't have enough time for that. With uni kind of coming to the end, so deadlines are a thing, me doing stuff after university, which could lead to me having more time to make a little game. Also to the fact that I just don't need to make a small indie game right now. I have no personal need to do it, I mean, other than the fact I do want to, but just not right now. I can do it any time in the future. And that's probably what I'm going to do. And I've seen other people do stuff like this, like KevDev, who I've mentioned a number of times on this channel. There's prototypes on stream which looked really fun, and they are really fun to do. They're some of my favourite streams to do right now, because there's no responsibilities really, other than like I just have to stream every now and then, work on a game, and when I'm done with it, I'm done with it, unless I really have some random reason which I can't just finish with it in the middle of nowhere. But so far I haven't come across that. Let's talk about the first one, which if you've clicked on this video, you probably already know what it is, but it's procedural animation. Why? Yeah, that's what I was asking myself at the end of this project too. Two main reasons for this as well. One, because we did about inverse kinematics in university, and I thought they were quite fun, and I wanted to see what I could do with them. And two, if you've ever watched Code Deer, which I think is how you pronounce it, I'm not sure if it's Code Deer or Code Deer, you'll see their little game they're making. Well, I say little, it's quite big right now, there'll be a clip. And I thought it'd be really cool to try and do something similar, not a game at all, I don't want to copy it, I just want to more so do the tutorial. And they released a while ago, like a 10-step video on how to do inverse kinematics and procedural animation. So I thought we'd give it a go. Now the first step for me was doing this in Blender, so first of all I made the model of the four-legged thing, and I played around with the inverse kinematics in Blender, and they were pretty easy to get the hang of. I mean, with the university actually teaching me how to do inverse kinematics in other software, it kind of transferred over to Blender quite well. And I got inverse kinematics working there really well, and you know, I could move one bow and it would move the legs how they should move, and it looked really cool. We did that on stream for a while. And then that was where things kind of got to the interesting stage, because I needed to take these things into Unity. So that's what we did. And I'll be honest with you, I'm recording this video like a month or so after I finished the project. So my memory thinks some things may be a little bit lax, but you know, there's stream VODs you can watch to see how I did. But basically we took it in, and I was initially using Unity's own plugin for how to do procedural animation, because that was the first tutorial I saw, but it didn't really work very well, and I wasn't a huge fan of it. So I actually asked Coder on Twitter, how did you do the thing? And they responded with how they did the thing with this other plugin called FastIK, which I'll link down. And FastIK was really good. It kind of reminded me of how Blender's setup was. So I played around with some of their projects a little bit just to see how to actually do things, and I kind of got stuck in, which I probably shouldn't have done. I probably should have started simpler or seen some more tutorials on using FastIK. I didn't, so I got stuck in with Code's tutorial, and it's 10 steps, and it's the type of tutorial where you don't really want to copy. There's no code to copy. It's more, here's how I did a thing without telling you how to do the thing, so you kind of work out on your own. And yeah, with little to no knowledge of how to do procedural animation in a game, that was really hard. I got a lot of it done. There was one main issue. It was like step 2, which I couldn't do, so I skipped it. And it didn't cause issues, it just caused things to look incorrect. But yeah, so some of the streams had little progress, which made me feel a bit bummed out, but some of them were quite good. But the issue that I had was about getting the characters' legs to kind of stay on the floor, because they wouldn't do that. They would slide off and pop, which is not how it's meant to look compared to the actual one. But it was fine, it worked well enough. And it took quite a few streams really, but I got the actual procedural animation part was quite fun, because you basically tell the character, okay, the next step is there, you need to move your leg there. If it's a four-legged thing, you kind of say, okay, move your front leg forward and your back leg on the opposite side forward as well, and then move the other one's back. So it's kind of you know, doing how it should move. And it was quite fun doing that and working out that, because that was rather simple. It was just getting other things set up. But there was a lot playing around, and in the end, we did get a solution that worked. How I did it was basically, I just made a fake path for it to follow. Okay, I said, okay, you need to slowly start walking towards this location, this vector, and I just lerp its movement over time. Because the points it moves its legs to are attached to the main rig. It kind of knows, okay, well this point's moving, which means I need to move my leg there, which means the rest of my body needs to follow. And it went like that. I've not really explained that very well. There'll be a tutorial down below. I'll try and link some other stuff as well, which might be useful for you to read. So the creature was walking, but then the question I really had was, what was next? And I made a whole Notion page about what I wanted to add to the game. Like, if it was working well, my plan was to add it so maybe there's a player character who can attack the procedural legs, the claw-like legs, and maybe break them off, and then the thing would walk as on 3 legs or on 2. But in the end, I decided not to do that. But the main question, I suppose, is why? And to answer that, it's basically because the project stopped being fun because of the issues I had, which is probably not the best. I should probably try and work through the issues. But like I said, when I'm doing this for fun and with no responsibilities to it attached, I have no reason to finish it. If it stops being fun and I can go on to another project, I'm going to do that, which is what I've done on streams, and you should check it out. Because if you look here, you would have just seen what we're working on. It's like a racing game, but there's Twitch chat integration. There's a whole thing. Come down on the stream. Do it. Links below. Follow me on Twitch and on Discord. Join the Discord. You can see so many updates there. I don't know why you wouldn't do that. And that's pretty much that whole prototype explained. There wasn't really a lot to talk about because it was quite short and I didn't get loads done with it, but it was still fun and I learned something new, which was the whole overall point as well for me. And I suppose the question is, what's next? Well, you know what I'm working on next, but I want to ask you is, do you like this? Was this a good idea? This is going to be an iterative thing. I'm going to improve these as time goes on. They might be once a month. Maybe I'll do check-ins, or maybe if the project's finished, I'll do a full one. I don't know just yet, but we'll see how it goes. I just want to know if you like this idea, and I also have a question for you. What is a mechanic you would like to see me try and prototype? I've got a whole list of them, but I don't mind adding more to that list because I'll never get round to them, so who knows. I suppose with that, it's been quite a short one, but that's fine by me. I really hope you enjoyed the video. It's definitely different, and I'm still trying to get used to this, and I'd love to know your thoughts. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe, and make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, whenever that is. Thanks everyone, and goodbye.